So, I'm Erich Salzman. I'm from Switzerland and I'm working in Ukraine since the last 8 years as a missionary. 4 years ago, a friend of mine asked me a lot of tough questions, and I remembered Greg's book, Letters from a Skeptic. I'd read it in the past, and so I got me a copy again, and then I found out it was already translated into Russian, so I got a Russian copy for my friend. That got me then into the internet, looking around who is that author really, and I ended up starting to podcast sermons. That was at the time when I was really struggling. I felt dry, and all of a sudden I was every evening at least listening to one of the sermons. Then we went through a very difficult time, a crisis at the missions agency, and at the church. At the end we ended up leaving the church. At the same time a whole group of Ukrainians also left, and without us planning anything they ended up at our house and they said, "You've always been sharing snippets of those sermons, we don't speak English, you've got to translate something for us." So I started translating sermons for them, setting up the laptop, and then with the headphones I'm getting the English sound into my ears, and then the brain is just translating it, and straight out comes Russian. And that's how we started translating some of Greg's sermons. We started with Scandalous Love, which I believe still today would be the series I recommend to start with, because it's so central. And then the request was made, make some recordings. You recorded on a mobile phone, but it's very poor quality. We would love to have better quality. So we did first a try with simultaneous translation in the studio, but then we felt, okay, we want better quality, so I did first a written translation, had it edited, and then we recorded it in the studio, producing audio and video, so you can actually watch now Greg on the video, and you get the Russian voice. And then after a while we decided we want to translate some books. God of the Possible is the first one. We've now just a little while ago published, and we're just about to start with Is God to Blame? Because we believe that the topic of suffering is really, it's interesting to anybody, everybody, because everybody is, sooner or later in his life, is confronted with that. We've really seen the sermons and the book already, that it makes a difference, a real difference in people's lives. I believe actually that in the post-Soviet world, there is a lot of churches that are very legalistic. They have often quite a bit the picture of an angry God. There's a lot of I must do, I should do, I have to. And it's quite interesting when you can watch them, how people start to get it. No, it's not about the should and I have to. This is about being compelled by the love of Christ. You may do exactly the same things, but because the motivation is changing totally, it's like you're living for the first time. And you're getting so excited about that. And so we hope to continue on with those translations. We have a whole website now up and running where people can download them, and it's interesting to watch. We have people from Russia, from Lithuania, or even immigrants who are from Russia but live now in America or in Australia that are starting downloading those sermons. So we're reaching people we have no clue who they are, and it's fascinating.